Alright, in this video we're going to do an introduction into web development, talk about the big idea and get kind of just an overview of what kind of things we're going to learn. So we're going to use HTML and CSS to create a web page from a given design. HTML is the language that's used to describe the content, the structure and content of a web page, and CSS styles that web page. So when we build a web page, often we have this kind of a setup. Every page you make will have its own folder, and in that folder you'll have a HTML file, which will have, like I said, what is the web page all about? What are the headings, paragraphs, images, links, that kind of stuff. We'll have a styles.css. You can call it whatever you want, but the .css is important, and that'll be your style sheet. You'll say, well, what color should things be? What font are we going to use? That kind of stuff. And then often you have some resources for your website, images, different files, so we can then put those in a folder to organize them. Okay, so let's just take a look. I've got a simple web page here, how the web works. And what I wanted to start off with was, oh, don't worry about this VS Code, that's just an editor I use. But what I want to start off with is that web pages are just files, and we open them in the web browser. So this web browser can actually be used it's like a piece of software, right? This is Chrome. And we can use it to open up all sorts of things. I can go to an image, a .png image, and I can drag this into Chrome, and it opens up the image. Notice here it's a file on the P drive, blah, 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 how the web works.png. Okay, I could also drag in not just images, but also a PDF. Right, I drag my PDF into here, and it opens up this PDF presentation. Cool. Okay. Well, we can also open up our index.html. And HTML is an HTML document has a special language that the browser knows how to read, and it knows how to display it as a web page. It says, oh, this is a heading, these are paragraphs, here's an image, and it puts together as a web page. Now again, notice it's a file. This web page is local to my computer, right? These files are only stored on my computer, so only I can see them. If I go back here, to publish a web page, we need to take these web page files and put them on a server, right? A server that's part of the World Wide Web. And then a local user will type in the web address. It'll use the internet to send that web address to the servers and say, hey, please find those website files at that address. The servers will find the files and return them back to the user and then display the page. Okay, so we'll look at that later on in this publish how-to. I'll show you how to publish a web page. But for now, we're just going to work on building those web pages on our local computer. Okay, so how do I actually write code here? Well, these files, right, I can open them in the browser and it opens up as a web page, but I want to be able to edit that web page. So I'm going to open up just Notepad. This is like a super simple, why is it so wide? Okay, let's shrink that down a little bit. It's a super simple little text editor. Okay, so now when I drag this index.html into Notepad and open it up, whoa, that's zoomed in. Oh, whatever, that's fine. Now we can see that when I open this in the browser knew to display it as a web page, but this text editor just reads the text. And this is what HTML looks like. A key thing to HTML is these tags, these angled brackets. That's an opening tag, and here's the slash head is a closing tag. So this shows the head element, and inside of that head element are a title element and a link element. And inside of the body, that's where all the visible content is. Right? Body, body. We see there's an H1, that's my main heading. An HR, which is a horizontal rule. A paragraph, another paragraph, an IMG for image, and then another paragraph. And it shows what this link, this A tag is a link to show where it should link to, right? How the web works, .pdf. Okay, so the browser reads this code, right? So that when I open this in the browser, it reads that code, and we can now see, oh, hey, how the web works is my H1. How web works is the title, that's what shows up here. This HR is this horizontal rule. Paragraph, paragraph, image, right? Paragraph, paragraph, image, and another paragraph. Anyway, so that's what we're going to be learning is how to write this code, these markup tags, in order to describe what the content should be. Headings are bigger and bolder. Paragraphs take up their own space on a line. And then we can also style these things. They have different styles. But if I open up style.css, oops, hold on here. If I drag that into here, you can see that this is the style sheet that says, hey, in my body, align everything to the center, make the background color gray and all the text color white. Give this a width of that, change the H1 to be an orange color and use this font. Anyway, this too, so that the HTML and the CSS work together. The HTML is the content, the CSS is the style. Okay, anyway, that is my little introduction to web development. Okay, just things to make sure you take away from this. HTML is the content of the web page, and it uses these elements or tags, right? Say heading tags, paragraph tags, image tags, all those things. CSS is for style, and that will select HTML elements and give them different colors, different fonts, different spacing, different font sizes, that kind of stuff. And all of this works together, right? The HTML and the CSS and the resources all work together to build a wonderful web page. And I'll show you later how we can publish those web pages by taking our files that we create and putting them onto a server. Okay, that's all for this video. That's what we're going to be focusing on. We'll learn about HTML basics to start off with, add some CSS, do a bunch of examples and practice, and then learn how to publish. Okay, hope that made sense. Take care, and we'll see you in the next video.